Hi guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to show you guys that these days I have actually been making a chat app from React Native using the React Native. So the first of all, I will show you the combination of all these pages have come to here. So these are the screens which is in my chat app. So today I'm gonna talk about my sign in page of my chat app. So let's go to sign in page. So I have imported here the async storage for async storage and the React Native, the React components and the React Native components. And I have especially imported the npm package of font awesome vector icons. So I can use actually the icons of the font awesome 4. So this is the interface of my sign in page. So you can see first we have to put a safe area, and inside that we have to nest the all components, because otherwise like if you take phones like Apple phones, um, there is a notch. So because of that we are using a safe area view. So basically we have used in here the background image and view, and in the background image I have given, let's just say, in the background image background 10, which is actually, let me show you guys. I am using, give me a moment until this is loading. Okay, you guys can see, right? Yeah. So this is the background image I am using by default. So we will again go for the sign in page. So I have used resize mod is cover, and I have given this style. So this is the style. I have given flex 1, so it can take the whole screen. Flex 1 means the size of the whole screen for now. So the title I have given is signed in, and let's just say I have given a text in here, which is, I will talk about that later to you guys. So basically I have again given the icon I have given as the mobile, and the text input is the I have given auto correct false. So whenever you write something in there, and let's just say I am using this as the mobile number, so it won't be autocorrect. And it has max length of 10. And what happens in here is that when you write a mobile number in the screen, and it takes, when the text is changing, it takes from to the set mobile, which is actually, you can see it's a constant, where it's null. After, when you're writing something into there, it comes, let's just say when you write a number in there, it's stored in it takes to set mobile and store in mobile default text. And after you're writing, like if you write 01, the default text will be in the mobile is 01 after you're writing. And what I have done is taking that mobile number after you write, let's say you wrote 01, okay, it goes into the sign-in process, and I have made this as, let's just say, this is a JavaScript object. So I have given the mobile, the inside the object, the mobile name as the current mobile that you're typing in there. and the password as the current password you're typing in there. You can see there's a password text in here, and I have given the security entry true, which is actually when you write a password, nobody shouldn't see it. So as a password, I have to give it as true. So I have given a style as sign in input one. So let's go and see that. So I have given the width of the input style input tag what input text as 80% of the screen, and the height is 40, and font size is 16, and the border radius is 10, and the border color is black. And I gave a border width so you can see the border. And the padding start, which is actually, let's just say, I will show you after I begin to put the screen. But I will show you right now. So you guys can see there's a mobile icon in there. So we have to give a padding start to here because let's just say if you didn't give the padding start, the text will be starting from here. That's why I gave padding start, let's just say 35. That's why I gave the padding start. So back to again to the program. So so there is a sign in main in there. But first, I will explain this part of this sign in process function, which actually happened. This sign in process function is called in when you use the sign in button. Let me show you the sign in button. So you can see this is the sign in button, and you can see that when you type in here, when you type number or password, I have given a padding start because otherwise this text will be in here. So I have given the security entry, security text entry as true because the password should not be shown to others, like since it's not good for the security of the app. So after you tap the sign in button, the sign in process, you can see the sign in process. Yeah, the sign in process function will be called. So when it is called, I have given the mobile. When you actually when you let's just say when you type something in the mobile text input input, it will go and they said I have given the unchanged text as set mobile. It will go and store in mobile. The default value of the mobile is null. After you're typing, the default value of the mobile will be as set mobile. So in this case, in this case, the default value will be, I mean, the value of the mobile is now 07777757849. So back into the programming code. So after you write something and when you put the sign in button, or I mean, when you tap the sign in button, it will take the value in the mobile constant and the value in the password constant and keep it as password and mobile. And I have assigned it into a variable called as request JSON, and it will I have given JSON.stringify as request JSON, which actually means this JavaScript object is now converted into JSON text. So I have kept that in a variable known as JSON object, and I have made a form, and I have append this JSON object into the form as JSON object text in the PHP side, because since I have given a PHP request in here, and I have bind that form into the request.send, and I have sent this request to this URL, which is actually the server, I mean the PHP side of the this project. So the PHP file is known as the React Chat PHP, and I have sent it to the signin.php in the post method, and I have given this true because this is a Ajax function. So now before going to the PHP side, I will show you guys the database. So this is the database side of our project. So you can see let's just say, since we are using sign in, I'm going to show you guys the user table of our project. So you can see we are taking the mobile in we have taken the mobile column and name, password, and profile URL, because when you put a profile picture, it will save in here. And the country ID, because we have given a country ID, because let's just say we need to, I mean, we need to minimize the data being repeated in there. So I have, for now, I have set as Sri Lanka and Australia as a country ID, I mean country. And we have foreign the table, the country ID table into this table. And we have similarly foreign the gender table and the theme table. I have used the theme table because I will show you guys this in the when I explain you guys the theme screen. For now, this is the table we need for the sign in. So now I will go for the PHP side, and I will later show you guys the ER diagram of this database. So I could, let's just say, um, I could teach you guys about this furthermore. So this is the PHP part of our project. So we have given, you can see, I showed you, we have given the JSON object. We have posted the JSON object. So we take that JSON object text as JSON object text in the PHP side as in the variable. We have assigned it. And what have we done is that we have sent that JSON object in the form of, actually we have given it's a JSON text actually. So we have given the JSON text, and we have assigned it as $sign JSON object text. Okay, and what we have to do is that we have to talk PHP in the as in PHP language. So we have done in here as we have decode the JSON object, and we have decoded it and assigned into a JSON object tag as assigned. We have assigned as PHP object text. So now we can read the JSON object. So I have connect the MySQL database into the PHP PHP side, and you can see it's now a PHP object. So we can take the value inside the PHP text as PHP text, and like this, giving using arrow and giving us a mobile. So we can take the mobile number from this and the password from this. And what we have done in here is that when we tap the button, it comes to the PHP side, and you connect with the MySQL database and execute this query, which is select all from user, which is actually user table, inner join the gender table. I told there's a gender table in our database. Inner join country, inner join theme. We have the theme and country table, and we have given a condition as gender.gender ID equals to user gender ID. Basically, this is known as you have gender table and you have a gender ID column, which is the foreign column to the user table. So we have equal that column with our gender ID column in user table, which is actually, we have actually foreigned it. And same as we have done that to the country table and country table between user table, because the country table is foreign to the user table. And we have done that to the theme table too, where mobile equals $mobile. That means we have given a mobile and we have sent into the PHP side, and that mobile number is basically known as $mobile. Mobile equals mobile, and the password equals the password. So we can see whether there's any users which has this mobile and password both together. And we have assigned that the result of that query into the table. And the $sign, we have made a PHP object in here as response object. And if let's just say we have assigned this whole the result of this whole query into the table, and if there are if there are no rows in the table, then we have to give the response object. We have given a message equals invalid. So this is a in the PHP object we have made now, right in here, $sign response object, we have named one as message equals invalid. So actually it's actually true. If there's no user, if there's no rows in there, that means there are no users in the user column that has the mobile as this and the password as this. So then it should be invalid. Else we have given $sign response object given a message as success, and we are this has a table, right? This is a table. So we are taking in here in the table the first column of the result. Not the first column, the first row, the whole row of the result. We have assigned it as $sign row, and we have given it to our PHP object, which is known as the response object, actually. After that, now we have these both. And after that, we're gonna, because since we are sending this to the React Native side again, we need to read it in React Native language. So what we're gonna do is that actually in JSON, we can give to the PHP and React Native both sides, because they both know the JSON text. So we have encoded this PHP object into a JSON text, and I'm assigning into the JSON response object, and I have echo it. So if there are no rows in this table, it will be echo as this message. The object, PHP object will echo as invalid in here. If there are if there are a user in that password and mobile, it will take the message as success, and it will take the whole row of that table, the first row of the whole table. I mean, this result. The table means this is result of the query. And we have a coded. So we will go for the React Native side again. So we came to the React Native side of the project, and we have given this condition, which is actually, let's just say, we have given the request dot response ready state equals 4, which is actually when that object and all the AJAX requests come to here, and 200 means if there's no problem with the server, and it will give us that the request dot response text is the echo that we give from the PHP side, and we're taking that JSON text, which is actually a JSON text in there, and we're gonna take that JSON text, and we have assigned that JSON text into the JSON response JSON. So we are gonna JSON.parse means we're gonna take that JSON text and convert into a PHP object. And we're gonna assign it as response text. And if the response text.message equals invalid, which we have, that means if there's no users in that table that has that mobile and or the password, we're gonna set, I mean, there's a constant known as, you can see in here, there's a constant known as validation and set validation. I have used use state. I have used a use state in there. So for now, before you have press this button, the default value is null. After you press the button, after the data can come from the PHP side, right in here, the default value will be replaced as invalid in here. Else, that means if it is success, the code that comes from the PHP side is success. Why I have given the I have assigned the response text dot user, which is that the whole row of the database. I mean the query that we execute, the whole row of that table. I have assigned that into var JSON object, a variable. And I have given the as alert message hello plus the inside. Now we have assigned that row into the user object, and we in the I have shown in the database there is a column known as name, and we have put hello plus user object dot name, which is the name of the user that we have signed in right now. And in here, right in this from this statement, it says that in the phone, actually, in the app there is a async storage. There's a small storage like a database. So in that database, we have to give a key and a value and a string for it. So since we have to give a string, we have to make it as a JSON text. So what I'm used to doing in here is that taking this user object, that means the whole row of the details that, I mean, the details of the user, and stringify it. That means stringifying it and giving the key as user. And I'm gonna navigate into the home. After this, that means when we set the item, that means after this, the async storage have a key and a value. I mean, a key and a string. So we can take what is the name of the user, what is the ID, and the whole is to say the whole row of the database about the user from the async storage. We can get from that after we set the value set item in there. And after the whole incident happened, we have given navigate home. That means the screen will be navigating to the home. So that's all for this video. I will explain about the sign up JS in the next video. So until that, see you guys in the next